Warning, my videos on Blake the Blue Pug cover sensitive topics. These videos cover sexual things, heavy mentions of harassment, and deadly topics. If you are extremely young or sensitive to these topics, do not watch this video. Do not watch any other videos I made about him. These videos are meant to spread awareness about the situation and not try to add fuel to the fire. These videos are also meant to help the victims and show anyone that associates themselves with Blake that he's a bad person. Please share this video so others in the Thomas fandom are aware about this person and his friends. And if you can, please confront the victims on this situation. Now let's cue the intro. Hey guys, this is me, Jackson, aka Jack here. Yes, my name is Jackson, not Workshop. Last time I checked, my name means son of Jack. I don't think my name means a room or building in which goods are manufactured or repaired, or a meeting at which a group of people engage in intense. Those were your few seconds of corny comedy before we get into the actual video. Hope you guys enjoyed it while it lasted. Now, the obvious out the way. This video was never meant to be this late. YouTube gave me a strike because they accused me of harassment for like the 95th time by now. It is Monday as I'm recording the introduction to this video, and I'm aiming for this video to release on Friday. That line did not age well. I'll be able to talk about the things that have happened for exactly over a month. Also, this video has been in the works for 2 weeks now, and lots of things like audio have been edited. So lots of the things that you see in the first section are now a month old by now. There's also gonna be weird shifts in audio quality, so sorry for that. I'm recording this specific piece of audio on Saturday, by the way. This is going to be a very long video, and I think this will end up longer than my Red Panda Express video. So let's talk about the events that happened on July 29th. A while ago, Blake made a stream titled Board 8. This live stream would go to a whole other direction once people would start calling him out on the things he did. Before we continue, somebody please tell me, who the fuck is this person? Okay, so apparently online this person goes by Jason the Tank Engine. We will be calling him Jason for the rest of this video, not this fucking goofy ass username. This guy had no affiliation with Blake prior or any of his friends or victims, so why is he here? He should be one of, if not the last person to be confronting him. He's gonna be quite the recurring character later on in this video, and it's gonna be very evident that he barely understands the situation, let alone took time to do so. It's kind of weird how he treats the situation, and he kind of treats it like a role play of some sort, because he literally says, "Oh, I'm gonna scap you, Blake," which kind of implies as if that he's treating it as if we're all locomotives and not actual real people, which is kind of weird. He also keeps on bringing up the deaths of Audrey and Allcroft, which is very fucking weird. It's said that they died, yes, but you should not be bringing them up in a situation they are irrelevant in. He also later on says, and I quote, "When I first arrived, I used to hurt my fellow engines," which, again, this isn't a roleplay. This is actually serious. This isn't a fucking Thomas fanfic. This guy should be the last person to be confronting Blake, because he barely knows shit about what's going on. Let me play the scenes that I just mentioned.
I mean, dude, take me for example. When I first arrived, I wanted revenge. I wanted to hurt my fellow engines. It's going to a point where I am just ready to freaking scrap you right now. Blake, tell me how Brett Allcroft and the Reverend Ellie Audrey would feel if they saw you doing this. Tell me.
Do you guys know how annoying this shit is yet? Glad we're on the same page. It is agonizingly painful hearing him talk like this and acting like it's a roleplay, which is very extremely disrespectful to the victims. He's actively talking down to Blake like we're on PBS Kids Disney Junior sounding ass. Get off of my screen. If you're gonna confront Blake, which is a lost cause nowadays, by the way, don't treat it as if we're all on Nick Jr. And dead or alive, if they're not relevant to the situation, don't bring them up at all. You can joke about it. I see people in my comment sections doing that. But if you are genuinely and seriously bringing dead people into a situation that have nothing to do with it, then just take a step back. And then people who actually used to be friends with Blake and me came in. It was a very extremely long discussion, but I want to bring up this. Lots of people don't realize that what Blake is doing can get him into some legal trouble, and the people that are supporting him and his actions can get into legal trouble as well. Part of me is admittedly a bit scared if it happens because I'm not sure if I will get involved as well. But what matters is that justice needs to be served, and I'm glad that Jaden brought this up in the stream.
The amount of evidence and the amount of legal evidence
You make
multiple
can't
people
recover from that.
can call or contact any local authorities. They could track you down. You can be charged or even sentenced with juvie time. I've been trying to warn you for several months now that you can get in legal trouble. You've ignored the blatant warnings and it's already come down to this. And you're asking me not to, which is a hard thing for me to do, especially after all you have done. You need to fix it.
Also, I forgot to mention this, but beforehand, Jason, again, somebody who should not be involved and the last person to do any of this, forced Blake to make a shitty half-assed apology. It just feels extremely rushed and just not genuine at all. He barely gives any details on what he's apologizing for. It's also shown he's not sorry, as later on in this video, you'll see he repeats the same actions he's quote-unquote apologizing for. He also says that he's trying to get away from the serious and horrible crimes he's done, which he's yet to realize that he really can't come back from, like, at all. He's really only doing this because he got called out rather poorly because Jason was the only person there at the time, publicly on his very own stream. And it's an extremely late apology considering how me and way other people have been confronting Blake on this, warning him several times. A prime example being Jaden, as she just said that for months she's been warning Blake. And the way Jason promoted this stream afterwards is really scummy. He genuinely and seriously promotes it as if it's a therapy session, which is extremely not true in the slightest. This was us trying to warn and confront Blake before we lost any hope and faith in him. And the way you marketed the stream ruined everything later on. Okay, so because of the stream, Blake lied about having therapy. Okay, let me explain real quick. And yes, I also hate how my voice keeps on switching up for no reason whatsoever. Puberty is hitting me hard. Okay, so Blake announced via YouTube short he was going to take a break from YouTube. Right? He then says that coincidentally, the day after we confronted him, he's going to go see a therapist. Right? He then lists down the things that his therapist told him. Right? Which includes take a break off of YouTube. Right? Tell me why on the same fucking day he made that post he's streaming. Holy shit, this guy just refuses to change, bro. Apparently, the reason why he made his stream was because the dumbass motherfucker Jason told him to do so. You see, who actually invited this guy to the drama? Because whoever invited him, I just want to talk. I want to talk. I just want to talk. Just please, one talk, bro. Please, bro. Hey, now listen, don't worry either, because it's still 100% Blake's fault. If he really wanted to stay offline, he would have never have listened to Jason. But we all know the liar that Blake is. I just came in and told him that the stuff he's doing is extremely unhealthy and he should be taking a break from YouTube, if not never coming back to the online space again. Then randomly some dumbass motherfuckers that barely even knew the situation started coming into Blake's defense, not knowing the shit that he did. I tried telling them that Blake shouldn't be doing the shit that he's doing right now, and that they need to understand that, but it's the Blake Lasers. They just gotta keep on meat riding. And when I told one of them to shut up and that they don't understand the situation, Blake kicked me. I also want to let you guys know that they kept on using the past as in the past excuse, which in this case, it's not in the past. The shit he's done is actually despicable and it's illegal. Saying it's in the past also dismisses the fact that people were actually hurt by the situation. And then a user named Yink came in and oh my god, Blake and his fans became more and more irritating. For starters, we basically found out that Blake did not go to a therapist at all. By this recording alone, you can see that Blake is pulling shit out of his ass.
And also, and also about the other stuff that people have been mentioning about you and stuff. And you said you saw a therapist, right?
Yeah.
So like, which therapist did you see? Like, in your state or like online or
It was somewhere. I don't know what it was.
somewhere? Okay. You don't even know where you saw your therapist. That's what you're saying.
No.
Okay, so how are you saying that you saw a therapist?
I just did. I forgot the place it was.
Do you remember the first letter of that place name?
No.
Okay. How do you not remember though?
Well, all we do know.
I just don't have very good memories. And why are you asking this?
No. I'm just asking this because like diffuse the whole bomb of this whole situation.
Okay, so apparently Blake has no idea if he saw his therapist online or in real life. No idea of the company the therapist works for, let alone the first name of it, and he expects everyone to believe that he saw one. And also, yes, some states do allow children to go get therapists without their parents notifying them. However, it's only if it's not for safety concerns, and in this case, it is a safety concern for Blake and his victims. And if they're fully aware about their own son doing this and refuse to do anything about it, this could be classified as child neglect on their part. And from what I see, this is leading Blake's parents into heavy abuse and child endangerment allegations.
And also, Blake, let me get this straight. So you said that like you don't remember which therapist you saw, you don't know what the place name is, and you don't know which therapist you talked to. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, you didn't see a therapist then, if you don't remember anything at all.
Well, I do remember seeing a therapist.
Oh, no, bro.
Okay, then what did they say to you then? Like, do you remember everything that they said?
Well, I have a list that they told me at a community post. They said to like stay off the internet and do things productive and keep myself safe.
And the thing is, what are you doing right now though?
Doing a stream because they told me to.
Okay, the thing is like, you didn't take your therapist's advice though. Because the thing is like, the internet is basically websites, apps, and basically like everything else. That's basically what the internet is. But the thing is like, you're literally doing a stream right now, and basically you're streaming on YouTube, which is the internet, and you're like basically not taking your therapist's advice. If they told you this today.
Yink, shut up, bro.
And it's the part where Timmy Tough Knuckles, aka Jason, comes in for no reason whatsoever when nobody was talking to him. At least Yink has an actual understanding of what's going on in this drama. You don't, Jason. Please mute your mic. This guy's voice makes me want to castrate myself.
Are you saying that Bud cannot do a live stream?
No, I'm just saying that like, like if you want to like take accountability for your actions, and if you actually want to like become a better person. And if you actually saw a therapist and they told you to do the stuff that they told you that you have to do, you have to like follow those rules and actually abide by it and actually like like do it. I'm trying to say.
Like Blake said, he has terrible memory.
That's not an excuse. You guys been bringing up the fact that Blake went to therapy several times, and Blake literally stated himself that he needs to stay offline. He clearly remembered those things. He should have canceled the stream and moved on with his personal life and done something productive besides being on the online space.
We take time to follow rules. We take time.
This is not you guys even trying to take time, like at all. And that's very rich from the guy who told Blake to make the stream. If you really want him to adjust to these rules, you would have never have asked him to make this stream, and you would have actually have helped him. It is crazy how these guys just casually try to manipulate people publicly.
And for you to be trying to rush Blake like that?
You were trying to rush him yourself. You're the whole reason why the stream even happened. Shut up.
No, I'm not rushing him. Who said I was rushing him? I'm not rushing him. I'm trying to tell him that like he should follow what his therapist said, if he actually, like, told you this.
How come talking about Blake about therapy when he's already been to therapy and I had to give him therapy and Jax had to give him therapy twice?
No, you shut the fuck up, cornball. That was not a therapy scream. That was not therapy at all. That was a confrontation, you daft cunt. And stop trying to bring me into this like it was my intentions. Me giving Blake therapy was not my intentions. Shut up. And if you think someone you're gonna scrap them is therapy, then like, come on, bro.
So you're basically saying, for Blake,
I mean, you're kind of telling me what to do. That's not cool.
I think it's safe to say that we're running into a pattern, and I think it's just best like end the recording of this shit. Long story short, they accused Yink of telling them what to do and they kicked him out. I think it's safe to say from the recording and my added commentary that Blake did not go to therapy at all. And if he did, he's sure as hell ignoring them. There is a difference between listening to your friends and listening to your therapist, a full-grown adult. Also, hope you guys are slowly starting to understand how annoying Jason is because, oh my god, I can't stand this guy, man. Jason's behavior gets worse, man, I'm telling you. Also, I didn't watch any other parts of the stream. Except when Purple Hoodie Zero came in. Yeah, you gotta love one of the first things Blake did after he made that stream was dox somebody. About a few days after Blake started making lies about him going to therapy, I got a notification from Alex that he was doxed by Blake. And Blake did all this in a stream that was created by somebody that Blake himself was friends with. That person being Rayma. And I don't want to stay on this for too long, but how Rayma handled the situation was just wrong on so many levels. Now, I may be on good terms with Rayma, but that does not mean I'm scared to criticize him. Rayma was fully present when Blake doxed Alex. And even after Blake did that, Rayma didn't even cancel the stream or anything. They for some reason decided to keep it going despite the fact that somebody got doxed. Even after the stream ended, she didn't even bother deleting it. The stream was still up for a couple of hours. So for a good 2 to 3 hours, you could go on that stream and see Alex's full name publicly. And it was all thanks to Blake for doing this dumbass stunt, and it was Rayma's fault for allowing it to happen. However, after a very quick confrontation, Rayma then ended up deleting the stream. And instead of apologizing to Alex and holding Blake accountable, hopefully cutting ties with him, Rayma tried making himself the victim of the situation and tried turning it into a roleplay, which is very disgusting. Somebody's privacy got leaked because of you and you're making this into a whole fucking game. That is disrespectful on so many levels. I'm pretty sure Rayma did end up apologizing to Alex and they are now friends again, but even so, Rayma never really holded Blake accountable for his actions, despite the fact that he was the cause of this, and this is the second time Blake has done something like this. It wasn't until very recently that Rayma cut ties with Blake. Blake has been trying to get into Rayma's streams by harassing him, but surprise, surprise, you can tell by these screenshots that Blake made an ass out of himself. Now, while we're on the subject of harassment and manipulation, I want to talk about how I'm being affected by this and what I meant by Jason being a dick. This guy told me a few weeks ago that I should forgive Blake and be friends with him. And when I called him out on this, he went to dox me because of it. Why do you want to invade my privacy just because I won't be friends with somebody that hurted multiple of my friends and other people? And every single time I bring up this event to this guy, he uses suicide bait as a way to get out of it. And of course, it never works. Now, username Tom, not the Predator Tom, has a screenshot of Jason actually saying the N-word. I can personally confirm this as I saw him show a screenshot of it. However, I myself didn't screenshot it and I can't find the original source of when and where he sent me it. So take it with a grain of salt. It's also pretty mixed up on if he cares or not because he's tried saying that he does care and he's so sorry. But because I don't forgive him, he feels the need to not care. What? And then there's Blake trying to tell people that I'm trying to ruin friendships, which considering the fact that Blake has sexually abused and harassed people and has lied and manipulated them, I think it's safe to say that he's the hypocritical one here. All I am doing is just trying to spread awareness and get people away from you, man. Not necessarily to ruin any friendships you had. Also, he told me to kill myself because I called him out for dating Ashley.
Jack, go kill yourself.
What? There's also a few people saying that they want Blake to kill himself or that they want him dead. There is a select few people that I'm talking about, and if you're watching this video, I'm sorry, but you know who you are. Now, the people that are saying this have been taken advantage by Blake and are victims of him. And part of me can understand that for some people it gets to a point where you just want them gone. But if you feel this way, don't shout it out to a bunch of people, whether that be privately or publicly. And please talk to somebody if you're feeling this way at all. And it's a very dangerous thing to do, as encouraging suicide is something that people have gotten in legal trouble for. Holy shit, it's 10 p.m. I'm recording this. To end this section off, Jason, for the love of God, never come to my channel at all. You forced yourself into the Blake drama, making it even worse, and then trying to come off as this Marvel hero being a therapist, and you've somewhat shown that you don't care about the fact that you wanted to invade my privacy. You're genuinely weird and creepy as fuck, man. Please never come near me ever again. To those who associate themselves with Jason, cut contacts with him right now. He supports a fucking predator, and if he says he's gonna kill himself, he's just lying. To Rama, I am sorry if I was harsh on you, but I did have to criticize you for the things you did. This was an isolated incident on your part, and I hope that you and Alex have repaired your friendship. Just learn to act better when it comes to situations like this, and no, I don't hate you. To the people that have told Blake to kill himself, stop. Alright, let's see what's next on the list. You ever think that we owe people like Boxer Studios an apology? In order to spread awareness, I'm gonna have to talk about this. This is very important. And the fact Blake constantly tries to deny all this is genuinely messed up. And the fact that Blake and the people that he's dating condone this, including his fans, is just wrong, disgusting, and an insult to people that are victims of this. Before we talk about you-know-who, I want to talk about Blake and Ashley. So Blake constantly likes to claim that he doesn't like Ashley, who is a 14-year-old. That is under the age of consent, by the way. That is obviously a lie and a manipulation tactic to keep his fans. A former friend of Blake, who we'll be calling Elliot, sent me recent screenshots of Blake confirming that he still likes Ashley. The ironic thing is that Elliot sent me these screenshots the day after Blake made a video saying that he doesn't like Ashley.
I mean, you're probably going to be complaining that I kind of dated Douglas. It wasn't really a date, and it wasn't real, and we weren't actually boyfriends and girlfriends. And I'm trying to change. You just have to see.
There's also allegations that Ashley apparently sent nudes to Elliot and made sexual comments about Elliot without any of his consent. Keep in mind that Elliot is only 12 years old. He did not deserve to go through that. But now that all of those things are out the way, let's talk about, the major issue. Let's talk about Josephine for a moment. Firstly, there's several allegations that Josephine has said the N-word twice and has lied about it being on accident, has encouraged her friends and fans of minors to be in sex and rape roleplays and streams. She's allowed rape roleplays between Blake and Ashley to be in her streams, and has shown sexual images publicly to where minors can see it. Josephine's audience is underage, and she allows this stuff to happen. Those rape roleplays are still public to this very day. Her and her stereotypical American voice is doing this at the age of 12 years old. She should not be ruining herself like this at 12. Now let's bring up why I'm talking about this porn-obsessed dickhead. Blake, a 16-year-old who is the age of consent where he lives, Josephine, who is 12, which is under the age of consent, are dating now. This is obviously wrong on so many goddamn levels, and it is an extremely sexual relationship. And not too long ago, Blake, Ashley, and Josephine literally had another rape roleplay between themselves.
But Jackson, it's just the OCs. I'm Blake's #1 fan, and I know this is true.
Firstly, it does not matter if it's between their OCs, it's still fucked. They are still in a sexual relationship. And even so, how do you explain these screenshots? Exactly. There are also several allegations that have come out recently about Josephine and Blake. Josephine has been sexually harassing my friend Bowie via Discord DMs. We all got this covered in the stream, by the way. Also, remember Owen from the first video I made about Blake? Okay, maybe you don't, but this is all alleged as we have no proof that this happened. But when he said Blake and Ashley forced him into a sexual shower roleplay with him, Now, if this gets confirmed to be true, I just want to let you guys know this. Owen is 10 years old, dude. There are allegations that Blake is going for fucking 10-year-olds, man. Just like the previous relationships that he's had, that is genuinely fucking disgusting. To end this section off, Josephine, I know you're watching this shit because apparently you decided to sub to me for no reason. Also, why the fuck is Jason on there? You're a genuinely fucked up person that is extremely perverted, and it's extremely clear that you don't know how to use the internet very well. You do not deserve any support or friends because you've exploited them to sexual roleplay several times. And to answer your question, you do not matter to this fucking fandom. The same thing can be said for Ashley. Ashley and Josephine encourage this shit to happen even though they're being sexually abused. The way they're thinking is genuinely concerning and it raises some red flags. None of them deserve friends as well. And that's it. That's the third Blake video, and so far, the longest video on my channel. Thank you so much to the people that have sent me screenshots about the stuff that's been going on. You guys are wonderful people, and thanks for helping me on this. And a big thank you to anyone else who is spreading awareness on this topic. Here's a few more messages I want to give out before the video ends. To anyone that supports Blake or is associated with him, whether that being a fan, mutual friend, or in the worst case, love interest, please for your safety, just stop. I don't even care if you're someone that I hate, just stop, man. Blake is a dangerous person to be around that baits people into thinking that he's the good guy. He'll only use you for his own self-gain. And odds are, you're probably friends with somebody that's a victim of Blake, and I'm sure that they feel offended by the fact that you're still friends with him. And if you say otherwise, I'm sorry to say that I can't help you. There's nothing really more I can say to Blake. I've tried helping him a million times, and I can confidently say I don't want to help him anymore. All I can do is just wish that he leaves the online space, YouTube, Discord, DeviantArt, etc. But he clearly likes ruining himself, so at this rate, what's the point? And to anyone that's watched this, yes you, please share this video. It really helps a lot so people know about the stuff that this guy has done. We need to keep the Thomas fandom safe, and we need this fandom to know there's some bad people out there. It will help me and the victims a lot by spreading awareness about all this stuff. Back to the victims again. If you are a victim of Blake and you wish to speak out, you can contact me via an email in my bio. And if you want to remain anonymous, I'll respect that too. And if you want to explain your hatred to this guy publicly, the best option would be to make a community post explaining what he did to you. Thank you to the workshop crew. You guys are the best. See you guys next time. It'll take 95 hours for this video to export.